welcome back to another episode of the Street Sheet Podcast. On today's a very special guest, one of my oldest friends, the man, the myth, the legend, Isaac himself.
We in here.
What's going on, bro?
I'm good. I got Kevin Steen versus Shinsuke Nakamura in the background from ROH playing right now.
Can never go wrong with ROH, bro.
Can't go wrong. How you doing, Joel?
I'm chilling, bro. Do you remember the time we went? I believe we went to Final Battle. Was it Final Battle we went to?
Oh, we went to a couple, bro.
Yeah.
To be honest,
I think we went to Final Battle and then War of the Worlds in the Hammerstein Ballroom. Right?
Did we ever go to? We went to War of the Worlds and Final Battle, but did we ever go to that Brooklyn show?
Which one?
Were they like in the baseball field?
Oh, I couldn't make it. Yeah, I went twice, right? You and Marcus, I remember.
I had to. Yeah, I was a fan.
I know,
hooked, bro.
Yo,
that was my introduction to wrestling. So that's why it's crazy looking back at this. Like this is like Kevin Steen was like the first indie match I ever seen. The first. I never told anybody.
Let's talk about it.
The first indie match I've ever seen. It was like freshman year in high school. Joel knew me in high school too. We were chilling, drinking that chocolate milk. You know what I'm saying?
You know the vibes.
And I lay on like PWG on YouTube, and I see Kevin Steen versus I think the Young Bucks, and then this guy named Super Dragon came out of nowhere, and I was hooked. I was like, yo, who the fuck is Super Dragon? Why is he so hype, and why are the fans so lit? And I was like, oh, this is independent wrestling. So I look into it, I find ROH, and I find all that. And ever since then, I've been hooked.
I feel like we got into independent wrestling at the same time because I've always dabbled with it, but didn't get into it until high school. And that's when we started. That was all we were talking about: independent wrestling, going to shows together, the Indie Kings Throwback Thursday. But yeah, man, it was a vibe. I remember in class, you'd always say, yo, one day I'm going to run shows. And look at you now, bro. The biggest weekend in pro wrestling, and you got a show. And might I add, one of the best cards of the weekend.
My man.
And people are like looking forward to this show. Like it's insane the amount of love you're getting on this show. Did you ever expect this?
Nah, to be honest, I'm just grateful for like people who believe in this shit, because like there's a lot of like bad stuff happening already in the pandemic currently, and I didn't expect to have this caliber of a promotion so quickly, and it was just joking around whenever we talked about it back then. I was like, yeah, this never happened. Like,
yeah,
but we always talked about in school how creative we can make professional wrestling and how fun we can make it, and even at the time. Like I stopped watching like WWE, and I stopped watching that because I wasn't a fan. It was boring.
I feel
so you. Like you hooked me on to House of Glory, and you put me onto that when you were training there, and you let me know about like the only local indie at the time, I think. And since then, like I just been like, I'm still doing my filmmaking stuff, but like since then, like it's just grown more than that, you know. So. I didn't expect that.
I definitely feel you, bro. Like we would just be in class. I remember in art class and just talking shit, and we would put this card together, and this, like, we would do this matches. And I remember we made like a card one time, like it was dope. So we skipped way ahead. We kicked off with you with VXS, but we'll get back to VXS and talk about Mania Weekend. But the last time we talked to you was back in season 1, and what was that, a year ago?
Wow.
But it wasn't even a year ago because I used an old interview, and that was from, I want to say 2018. I want to say I used it for art class. Well, not art class, but like a film class. We did the interview, but the last time we talked about what you were working with House of Glory. Now you've been through a whole bunch of promotions, but how was it the transition from House of Glory to the next promotion that you started working for?
So transitioning from House of Glory, I was at House of Glory for like 4 to 5 years, almost 5 years, and I was like one of the main producers and editors there, and I even helped like Brian Excel book some shows and shit. And at the time, I didn't know a lot. Like I just had to. I wanted to leave New York. Like I wanted to grow. So once I like knew what the New York scene was about. I just wanted to grow, and I wanted to keep filming with these wrestlers. So GCW came to me uh, right when they did spring break. Immediately following that, like they were like, "Yeah, we need a video guy," and the rest is history. Like I got to meet a lot of great people over the years, and yeah, like I just didn't want to stay in New York. A lot of people want to be a wrestler and stuff, and they just want to be stuck. So I'm the type that's like never satisfied. So I just wanted to produce these dope ass vignettes with these wrestlers. So I got to do that for quite some time, and without House of Glory, none of that's possible. No matter how many $1 million Master P wants to give. I'm still waiting for my check actually, but that's a whole another conversation. Um, but yeah, I'm very grateful for House of Glory and shit. If it wasn't for House of Glory, I wouldn't be here. And that's just a fact.
I feel you. And one of the most, maybe one of my favorite at the time that you had, we also talked about this in the first episode, was the low key one when you filmed it for HOG.
It was
Like
right after that, I think.
that you left?
Yo, you know what's crazy? No, I think the first interview. No, I remember this. The first interview with you and I
Yes.
was immediately after I filmed with Loki at House of Glory.
Okay. And
That's
that
wild.
and that vignette was
And I
insane.
remember coming to you. I was like, "Yo, I just shot with like one of my favorite wrestlers ever." I was like at awe at that time too. I was like, "Joel, you won't believe this shit. Wow, time flies, bro."
Yeah, it does, bro. I was just about to ask you that. Who was like the best people to work with? Like in your opinion?
Over the years, bro, like all of them, I haven't had to really deal with like any assholes like that.
Well, that's a good
Um,
thing.
Wrestlers have egos, and you just gotta expect that now. And I'm very grateful for that. I didn't have to deal with that. I think the most knowledgeable and the kindest dude I've ever met is Killer Cross. I got to film with him for Josh Barnett's Bloodsport right before the year he signed with NXT, and like we were just like talking about like life in New York, and um it's like family issues and shit. And he Killer Cross is just like the realest dude I ever met. So he's like the one of the nicest, the most humble gentleman I've ever got to meet in wrestling. And more people need to be like that. I feel like just be real. And I got to meet like a lot of people like Jimmy Lloyd, who's one of the most creative wrestlers I think right now in the scene. I think that Jordan Oliver is on the rise right now, and a lot of the guys that are on the rise right now, you keep in mind that we're all in the same age group.
Yeah.
So we're living in a time right now where everyone's constantly getting contracts left and right. So I think it's the time for the new crop now. And like uh, during a whole pandemic, what better way to shine off than with like a lot of people that you can relate to? So yeah.
That's amazing. Like you wouldn't think about that with Killer Cross. And like you said, Jimmy Lloyd just looks like a dope ass guy to be around. And so does Jordan Oliver. So that doesn't even surprise me. You know what I mean? But like as you see, like as I look at your card and hear you talk, you can tell like who has had an impact on you and how much you like the people that you book on your show. Like you just don't book just because it's another name like a lot of indie feds do.
Yeah, one thing that I try to do at VXS is like consistency and have an actual roster. Like that was like the first thing I wanted to do. Like on the whole list of things to do at VXS. Like I want to have a consistent roster, like X Games vibe. Like I want to have like a team, like a big like I mean you could say like the UFC vibe. I guess some people would compare that, but it's wrestling.
Yeah.
People gotta have their differences, but consistency is like the biggest thing I've been very proud of with VXS, and one of the best locker rooms in the world right now in American indie wrestling. Like there's no other locker room like ours, and everybody wants everyone to grow. I think that's the biggest thing. Like everybody wants their opponents to grow, they want the company to grow, they're invested. So if they're invested, that's all I could ask for.
Yeah. You got some great people signed to VXS. Like the people that you book on the shows is incredible. And you can tell that like not that you can tell, but you kind of have the feel that no one really has an ego. like you said, that
Yeah,
everybody wants to help each other. You can tell that in the matches. Like no one's trying just to be selfish and try to get all the
yeah.
big moves in, all the big spots. You know what I mean? They help each other out. Everybody gets their stuff in and help, like you said, help each other grow. So how did VXS happen? Like how did
So
you start
yeah,
with VXS?
so VXS was a company before I started doing what I do now. It started in 2017. At the time, I was at House of Glory. One of my best friends, Matt Travis, wrestled there, and VXS was the first company to book Matt Travis outside of House of Glory at the time. GCW booked Matt Travis 2018, and VXS booked Matt Travis in 2017. So that stuck with me after like the events that happened by. And at the time in 2019, fast forward when he passed away and everything like that, the owners were going to close the company down. And I was like, that's one, that's a waste. Two, there's like a lot of tradition. And three, you just got to like book cards correctly and know how to stay relevant. Like they weren't at the time. It was just like it was bad. It wasn't bad. It was like it seemed like a lost project that I saw a lot of potential in, too much for them to shut down. And so yeah, I think COVID happened after the first show I was supposed to book, but then I feel like everything happens for a reason. But luckily we had our first show in August following, and then the rest is history. Like now I'm doing my, I don't even know what show am I on. I think I'm on six or seventh. I'm on my sixth or seventh. I'm on my seventh show. Yeah, this is my lucky number seven show right now, Mania weekend.
Wow, which is insane. And that
Yeah,
you've got such a following. Like you can just look at your social media pages and tell that VXS has that a following already. And like you said, it's only a sixth or seventh show.
this is we had three on Fight, we had three on IWTV, and we had one with GCW. Is it three? Is it so this is my eighth. This is my eighth one. I had an extra one at Fight Forever that we did for free. That's on YouTube right now.
Yes.
So this is like my seventh slash eighth official event. Yeah, and like one of the best time slots I could ever imagine. Like I just can't wait to see a bunch of like drunk Floridians like party and go nuts during Leo Rush versus Loki. And I'm proud. I'm very proud about it. Everyone involved is a team effort.
No, definitely, definitely putting that hard work in. You talked about Matt Travis. What a guy he was. I knew him for a little while when I was training there, the couple months that I did. Met him back there, and then we just like would stay in touch. Not like I won't say we were like the closest, but checking up on each other. One time I put up a haircut. He was like, "Yo, you cut hair? I gotta come through." I was like, "Yo, whenever." He was just that kind of guy that was just cool as hell. I would see him at shows, chop it up for a little bit. But when I look at your card, like there's no doubt that if Matt was here, like that that battle of the aces, who's the ace of VXS, that would be a triple threat match. No, no,
Yeah.
like most definitely. You know what I mean? Like he just fits. He would have fit into VXS so perfectly. Um, Now, how did like the transition come from being like behind the camera to being behind the scenes?
Um. So before I was doing VXS, I was doing cinematography for a company called ICW No Holds Barred, who's now transitioning into becoming one of the best deathmatch companies in America right now. And that's like a whole different genre I respect, but I felt like there was like a big void to fill. And like at the pandemic, like I felt like no one was really like doing anything, and I get it, but the opportunity was there. And I think the transition just like once the first show hit, I was like, yeah, this is like I gotta do it. Like I just gotta do it. It was just too. It's not like something you're just done. Oh, it's over. That's it. Never again. Like I'm never satisfied. So I'm like, I was hooked from like the first event.
You get
Um,
you get
and
that
then
itch.
I get the itch, yeah. But like once that was it, you have to be fully focused. You have to be full on with your projects. You can't really have distractions going on. You can't have people that don't believe in you being your circle. You just gotta like focus on yourself, and without me being full focus, I don't think I'll be here right now, especially Mania weekend.
Wow. So with all that, now you're running the company. How does going into booking the shows, like, I know you're a creative ass dude. Your mind is always working. Like, I didn't like when the video was announced for the Mania show, Low Key versus Leo
Yeah,
Rush. I looked at it, I said, to be honest, never even thought of this. But I need to
that's
see it
crazy. Leo
now.
Rush
Like, I
just
need
texted
to
me
see
right
it now.
now. Leo Rush just texted me right now. Shout out to Leo Rush.
That's the
Leo Rush.
guy.
Leo Rush just dropped a music video.
Yo, I
That's
peeped that
dope.
with Enzo. I peeped that. So what is the
Yeah.
Monday Night Heat? I
Monday.
was I was like, all right, all right.
Monday Night Heat, man. Yeah.
But like,
I'm sorry.
what goes through your mind like putting these matches together? Is it matches you want to see, or is it just matches that you see that match up and have always been thinking about?
I think the biggest thing a wrestling promoter can admit is that they're a fan of the sport, um, and bash whoever is. I could publicly say right here, right now, I'm a fan of professional wrestling. I book matches I want to see. I book matches I can put together on my PlayStation. I book matches. I've had a Dream Ring of Honor roster that is now VXS. Uh, that I always had written down in my books and shit. So um, it's not easy. It's a hell of a lot of money, you know. And shout out to the sponsors that have been helping me out and shit. I got my boy Pete. I got for the whole collective. We have Toy Vomit and Orange Crush as well. So shout out to them and shout out to Brett for
Nice.
GCW for giving me the platform. It's a lot of money. I wouldn't recommend it if you don't have that drive. You have to have a certain fucking passion for wrestling, bro, because it will break you and it will take your life, and you gotta like really love it.
You gotta have that dedication and love for it, because, like you said, it's not tough.
Yeah,
It is tough. It's not easy. I mean,
yeah, you know, I think it's like one of the hardest things ever, and it's something that I want to like build to, and I want to grow on, and I believe in being independent. I believe in signing a TV without having to sign a WWE or AEW, but you know, if the offer comes, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, at the end of the day, money's money. But I also believe like, yo, wouldn't it be cool if like I got my own TV show pitched to Adult Swim? Like, what if like someone did that? Like, no one ever did that. So I'm trying to do that right now.
it's all about being outside the box. That's why you're such a great entrepreneur. You're always thinking ahead and thinking outside the box, not just like you said, oh, WWE, the same thing going over and over again. You want to be different. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, I
there's not
know
no hate to them at all. Like I support everyone, you know, but it's just it wasn't like my cup of tea. I feel like they could offer something more relevant and more in touch with their current fan base, and I think VXS is a really good presentation of what the niche independent American market is right now, and not just that, but like we got people from like the UK and Germany watching our shows that like want events live where they're at. So if the opportunity came, like I would totally put this on like a worldwide scale.
that would be insane. That
Yeah.
would be insane. That's one of the goals.
Oh yeah, like
One
I
day.
want to go. I want to go to. I kind of want to do wrestling in Dominican Republic because there's like no
Oh,
wrestling there. I know.
yeah.
So like
That's kind of fire.
there's a thing to that because like when I went to the DR, like I didn't see anything about Lucha Libre. I looked it up. Like there was nothing. It was dead. So I think that would be a really big deal if we could like bring that to a completely new ground up audience like Dominican Republic. So that would be really dope.
Yeah, because they don't have a lot. Like, I would say like Puerto Rico has like little indies, and then they have, of course, the WWC. But yeah, I feel like DR has nothing.
Yeah, you
But
got Mexico, you got World Council, you got AAA, you got all of that, but then you go to DR, it was ghost
nothing.
town, you know. So I just don't know. I'm working on my Spanish. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all you could do, bro. You never
Mhm.
know. Opportunities happen all the time. Um, so now Mania weekend, the show of shows. You got the 11:59 slot Friday night. This card incredible. So you're on after spring break. right?
Yeah, they're having for the first time the 440 faction GCW is doing like their own spring break hour right before ours at 8 p.m.
Okay. And then you're right there, 11:59,
We're
which
following them. Yeah,
kind of lit that 11:59
yeah.
slot. Like,
I remember, and I wouldn't have done this if I didn't remember how hyped I was for the very first Bloodsport. I don't know
okay,
if you
yeah,
remember that. That shit was
yeah,
late as fuck, and I was like, "This is one of the best things in wrestling currently," and it was so freaking refreshing. And I hope to bring that same energy with Lucid Dreams this Friday.
definitely. Now, all your pay-per-views or shows, I would call them, or I pay-per-views, whatever people want to call them, they have a theme, don't they?
Music,
Right?
yeah,
Music is a theme. So
absolutely,
music is big to you, right?
oh,
I
big
would
time,
I would think looking at just the hype up for the videos,
yeah,
the name of the shows, like it's just a big part of you.
yeah. I think music's emotion. I think wrestling's emotion as well. So that's like a little way of putting two and two together. I like storytelling, and I think lyricism and battle rap is a great expression of that. I think that wrestling is very similar to that audience. I know a lot of rappers that are also into wrestling, so I think it's two audiences just waiting to be, collabing together. So it's the perfect mix.
Definitely. Have you ever thought about like trying to book rappers or just inviting them out? Like, come
Yeah,
check us
it's gonna
out.
happen. It's gonna happen. We're gonna have little live SoundCloud performances eventually, or probably have like a Wi-Fi's funeral or something. I'm trying to get in touch with some people. Yeah, I would love to do live performances while there's like skateboarding and wrestling in the background. That'd be pretty dope.
I was gonna get into that too, but first, before we get into the skateboarding, music. Last time we talked, we talked about you dabbling in music. So what's up with that?
Man, I just haven't had time to make music. It's all been VXS.
Yeah,
I make music to just like just have fun and just like clear my mind and write and like
yeah.
vibe.
Get
It's a
stuff out.
vibe.
Yeah, like get
Like
stuff off your chest. Just chill.
yeah, yeah. Like I'm also surrounded by like a lot of artists too. So it's like I rather just enjoy them and their art at that moment than uh like I said earlier, like the focus got to be full on with what I'm doing. So it's been mainly just like wrestling right now.
I
But
feel you.
music maybe in the future when I'm like older and like maybe have my own studio, maybe something in the future will pop out. You never know.
Yeah, just a project just to put it out for the fans, put it out for your boys, put it out for your fam. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
not like some people look for that stuff to like blow up. You look at it just to I want to have music out. Like I just want to have projects. And a couple weeks ago dropped Chinese food, which was
Uh,
dope as hell, also random as hell.
yeah,
That
that's the
just came out
yeah.
of nowhere. And I loved it because there was no hype to it. It was just like, hey, check out my new song on SoundCloud.
If people don't understand that I am very spontaneous with random events by now, like I love out of the blue moments because that's what makes like life refreshing and exciting. So like I said, like I'll probably like, drop like a song or two like on my SoundCloud, like
Just here and
I
there.
yeah, like crappy lo-fi hip hop.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. Your shit is dope though. Your shit is dope though.
Thank you,
You
man.
be doing your thing on it, man.
Dude,
Um,
we're doing our thing, man. We're young kings right now, both of us.
oh, you know the vibes, bro.
Oh yeah.
So VXS has a video that's always being re-uploaded on the story with the skateboarding. Big skateboard guys over there at VXS.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever thought about doing a VXS skate team?
Um.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
oh.
It's in the works. It's in the works. That's in the works. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
That's
Uh,
definitely in the works.
that's dope because every time I see post every, I'm like, yo, why doesn't he just start the VXS
I'm glad
skate
you
team?
tease it though. You see the teaser.
No,
That's
yeah,
definitely something I want to do.
and I think that would be dope because it takes VXS from not only wrestling but to like a brand of just everything. You know what I mean? Like VXS
Hmm.
wrestling, VXS skate videos. Like they do the whole like I remember growing up, I used to watch like the girl, the baker, like the alien workshop when they would drop like their skate tapes, and it would be like
Hmm.
the whole team like an hour just long of
Yeah,
them just shredded. Like that would be dope for a VXS skate team just to go out there, do their thing. Of course, you behind the camera doing the best thing you do. You know what I mean? Like I think that would be sick.
skateboarding has definitely brought back like a passion of filmmaking for me. I was always like a fan of skate tapes and also uh, the video games growing up and the skate culture in general. Like always, besides wrestling, my whole life, I have like Thrasher magazines and like a whole pack of them on the side of my room. I want to eventually be able to like have a team and have like competition live. I want and then mix that like with wrestling. I want to have like the most diverse extreme sport product that like not just in America but around the world. And I'm just starting to like get contacted by skaters after the promotional videos we've been putting out to like promote our wrestling merch with skateboard videos
Yeah.
and with a Little Peep or with Juice World or with a X song in the background, and that's definitely the vision I want to bring to TV.
No, yeah. I mean, having that goal is a great goal to have because it means that you'll settle for nothing. Like nothing
Yeah,
less than that. And I feel like that's
yeah,
like you never want
that's how it's been. You see, it's like a roller coaster of emotions. It's like a little, it's definitely a story from the jump, and I'm definitely gonna like write a movie or a book about this one day.
oh, definitely. You definitely have to, especially just all the experiences you go through. Cause I know you be out there wilding.
As a wrestling fan, you see that shit. My mom hates wrestling, bro. Like she doesn't think I do shit. Like it's funny, man. Like as a wrestling fan, I feel like they appreciate that more than the average fan. So yeah, it's that drive, bro. It's that drive. It just puts you in the put you in the mood to do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So your mom just looks at you and she's like, "Oh yeah, you're booking your little shows. Okay,
She
cool."
supports it now. Like at first she didn't, but
Now she's starting to
now
understand
she
it.
sees it. She sees
Okay.
the people talking. So it's like you can't stop that.
Yeah.
It's just facts. So she's a lot more accepting. I eventually just want to like fucking move out, and I don't even know if I want to move out of New York. Like I feel like I'll be homesick. You know, I just want to like just
I feel the same way. Like I've always said that growing up, like I gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here. And then it's like, I don't know if I could.
yeah. I'm gonna come back from Florida like mad sad. I'm be like, yo, it was just like so weird over there. Like no bodegas. Like
Yo, the lack of bodegas around the country is a shame. Is a shame.
that's
Like,
like a big add on. Like I was just talking to someone from Germany that came to New York, and it was like I didn't want to leave because there was a store in the corner of my block. Like
yo, yeah, it's like, and
it's convenient.
it's right there. Like in Florida, I would have to get in a car and drive maybe a mile just to get some milk. Like, what if I just want some chips from across the street in the store? You know what I
Nah, you gotta go to
mean?
Walmart.
What is that? What is that?
Yeah, they don't even got a Walmart here. People don't know that shit.
Yeah. Unless you in Long Island, man.
Mm.
Unless you going deep, you ain't finding a Walmart out here.
No, you gotta go to Long Island, New Jersey, bro. It's so trash, bro. Let's go
Facts.
to Target at that point.
Exactly. Um, so you said skateboarding games was a big thing for you. What was your favorite skateboarding game growing up? What was like the go-to?
Um, bro, American Wasteland slapped. I don't care what anybody says. It was for the PlayStation 2, Tony
Yeah.
Hawk's American Wasteland. I used to be up till like 2 a.m. playing that when I was little, and I was just like waiting for Thanksgiving to like just be here. And I would just stay up all night while my grandma would be cooking in the kitchen. Um, American Wasteland's classic. Skate 3 is definitely right up there.
Yo, Skate was interesting game. Like they were the first ones to bring like that point of view where you just see the board. You know what I mean? Like you
Yeah,
weren't
it was very
behind the
free roam
skater.
vibe. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
liked how free it was. I liked how open it was. It
exactly.
was very dope, and they had a lot of fucking skaters. I think Bam Margera is on there. I don't know. I haven't played in so long, bro, but that's like one of my favorite games. Skate, man. I used to just like talk so much shit online with these skaters, and we would play Skate online and just try to copy people's moves and stuff, and go to different maps.
No, yo,
And
skate was
countless of sleepless nights, bro.
yo, skate was insane. They need to bring that shit back because I don't know why that fell off. Skateboarding games, like that shit was the
Yeah,
wave. Like
they got this thing called like Skater XL
I've heard of that. I've
on
heard of that.
PC or some shit
I've
or
just never,
Xbox.
I've just never checked it out. I think it's
But
on Xbox.
I think that's on Xbox. But if you're looking for like a really good game right now, I would go with the Tony Hawk remaster. Nothing beats that. The graphics are insane. It's just as fun as the other ones.
The dope. I haven't checked it out. I might have to. I might
Yeah,
have
I'd
to
get it.
cop it
It
now.
might be on sale too, so like I'd definitely take advantage of that.
Oh,
Like,
so you know what your boy got to do.
bro.
Yo, you know, you already know, bro. I can't turn down a deal. Can't turn down a
Yeah.
deal. I was always a big project. I think it was Tony Hawk Project 8. That was like a big
Oh,
one
that's a
for me.
good one.
That
Yeah,
was a
that's a good one.
big one for me because that was like all of them were on PS2, but that was the first one that came out on well, not the first one that came out, but the first one I had on the PlayStation Portable, the PSP. So that was like the first one I had on there. So it was on the go. So that game was everything to me. That game, like the PSP was lit. The PSP was
Yo, the
lit.
PSP was so godly at the time.
Yo,
Like I wish it was still a thing.
facts. Like
You know,
I know now the thing is the Switch, but I feel like the Switch is dope. Like I have one, it's cool, but like you can't even fit it in your pocket. At least the PSP would just slide it in your pocket and it was
it looks
gone.
huge. Yeah,
Yeah, Switch you gotta put it in your bag. Like why look like carrying around with that in a bag? Like it was easy for the PSP to just slide
PSPs
it
were,
in.
bro. Just put it there. Or Game
Yeah,
Boy, even like.
DS is yo. We
Yeah.
had the best shit, bro. We had the best shit.
I wasn't big on a DS. Were you a DS guy? I
I
wasn't
was
really big on a
I wasn't a
DS.
DS guy.
I
My
only
brother
had
was a huge
Mario.
DS guy.
I
You
had
had
Super
Mario?
Mario Bros. Yeah,
Nah, I didn't even. I never even owned a DS. Like I would just take my brothers. Like he would, cause they
the
would
graphics
just
were
get
ass, bro.
trash.
They
They were
were
fucking
trash.
trash.
Those graphics were freaking bad.
Yeah, I remember. Yo, even on the Game Boy, I remember I had WrestleMania 18 for the Game Boy Advance. That shit was horrible. Like I was just hyped that was a wrestling game, and I made myself play it, but that shit was horrible. Like I don't understand why they even put that shit out. Like even I heard that they put WWE 2K on the Switch and shit was trash. That's why they never came back out with it. Like I think they did
Oh.
one. I think they did 16 or 17 and then they were like, yeah, this ain't it. This ain't it.
This ain't it.
When this shit drops, I need everybody to fucking go in and throw your body into it. Throwing bodies into it. Throwing bodies into it. I'm throwing bodies into it. Throwing bodies into it. Throwing bodies into it. Throwing bodies into it. I'm throwing bodies into it. Throwing bodies into it.
Now you did the big video with the low key and Leo Rush, right?
There was a group we collabed with in California because I wasn't there at the time.
Oh, nice.
So he had his brother who is so talented. He does all of it. And he made a cameo on the Jordan Oliver quote, and Leo Rush like surprised everyone with that shit.
Yo, that was insane. I remember when that came out, like I was just gonna DMs like, yo, did you see? Did you see?
Yeah, I didn't even expect Barnett to and all the cameos, and
Yeah,
I
and
didn't
then
even ask for like any of that. I saw it and I was like, where did you get Rocky Romero from? You're like neighbors in like California.
random
I'm
as
like
hell.
and like Brody King.
Yo.
Like he's a little Leo Rush is a little scrap, but he could put up a good fight, man. He's really talented.
Definitely. And creative as we see, like just doing
Yeah,
all these different things. Like
he gets
he's
it. He's a visionary. He's an artist, Leo Rush. Like not just like a musical artist. He's a legit artist. Like he has that drive, you know. So
yeah,
he's here now. He's like on top now, but like he's gonna create his own top after that passes that level
yeah.
of the tier he's in right now. Like he's just like nonstop. He's the best wrestler I feel like in America right now.
What's crazy is that he was doing insane stuff before getting signed. Like he was like one of the must
Mm-hmm.
see guys.
Mm-hmm.
Got signed, everything happened, he left, and then even now he's just another again must see. Like not a lot of people
Must
keep up
see,
that
yeah.
momentum after leaving the Indies and coming back. You know what I mean? I feel like only a few people can do that, but I think he's so good at what he does that he's just undeniable. You know what I mean? Like you gotta like root for the guy. You know what I mean? Like you can hate him all you want, but you gotta respect the guy.
I was very from the jump. He was always someone I wanted to work with, and never like at the time I was at House of Glory, and I met him like once with like Matt Travis and them, and they were just like good real people, bro. Like people like from the jump. The second I met him, we were talking about music, and like he just good. He's a real dude. Like he's a real dude, if that makes sense, you know. Like he's in that category with Killer Cross. Like he deserved so much more than what he got in the WWE that I wasn't a fan of. And he's a main eventer. And I can't wait to see what
Definitely.
he could bring to the table against OG like Loki.
Yeah. I cannot wait. Like that, like I've ordered all your shows, except for the
Thank you,
one, of
bro.
course, I was at. But this show is pre-ordered, baby. It's already, it's waiting there. Like I was gonna, I think, did I buy the whole collective? I was thinking about buying all the
The
shows.
bundle, yeah, the bundle's lit
Yeah,
on Fight.
I might just do it, even though I
Why not?
pre-ordered it. You
Yeah,
know,
I might
I'm ready to show support, but I might just
I'm
have to
probably
buy
gonna
the
do it
bundle.
too, to be honest. I always watch other independent products too, and I support and I buy their fight stream and shit. So I might end up doing the same thing, even though I'm gonna be there. I like to watch wrestling, so
No,
definitely it
definitely,
goes to a great cause and it goes to everybody involved and everyone running in the collective. So that'd be a good look if people check that out on Fight.
definitely, especially like after a year everybody's had, like especially like you look at like people get sad that like all the sports didn't play and like oh there was
Yeah,
no crowds at wrestling at WWE and all these major promotions. Yeah, but there was no indie wrestling for a while. Like a lot of these guys are just sitting at home not doing nothing and losing money. You know what I mean? Because this is their job. Like their job is independent wrestling. So I feel like anytime that I can help either go to a show if I'm free, order a show that I'm interested in and help. Like, I know it's not like a lot of money. Like some shows go for 20, $25. Um, and that's not a lot of money, but it goes towards the pool of paying the guys and paying the staff. You know what I mean? So like always trying to support indie wrestling because it's something that just helps the youth, like you said, like the next generation. Because if we don't got
yeah,
indie wrestling, like how are we gonna find out about all these guys? Just gonna wait for them to get a developmental deal at WWE.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
It's like
it's
the little leagues kind of, but without all the backing and sponsorships, bro. So it's like it's definitely like a step to look at too, and it's something to look into, like with the talent and the potential that we have. Like um, you're definitely going to see a lot of the guys on the card probably next year on TV.
oh, most definitely, most definitely. Hopefully, doing good stuff.
And you
Oh,
mentioned about like how like it's the price ranges are different. Like I try to make at least my wrestling, like affordable. Like a lot of people like have pay-per-views like Ring of Honor and other companies, they have like $40, $50, $60 pay-per-view. Like my event that has like people from AEW, people from MLW, people that used to be in WWE, my event's $12.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't really, it's VXS is literally like the Arizona of wrestling. Like, you know, Arizona makes iced tea, but they're like, bro, you can't pass a tall boy. You can't pass a tall boy.
Shot.
So it's I try to do that because like I remember like how I don't forget about people that can't afford those amount of pay-per-view, because I couldn't afford a WrestleMania one year. I remember I couldn't go to this wrestling show. So that stuck with me, and I just try to make it available for like everybody, you know. And like I'll say here, like I pirated my own shows, you know what I'm saying? So like a lot of promoters want to talk shit about pirating, but how are you gonna find out about the product?
Yeah.
You ever thought about that? Without pirating, I would never find out about FWE. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Without pirating, I wouldn't find out about House Hardcore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just like support, as long as like the support is there, and like at the end of the day, yeah, buy the stream, because like it's not gonna fuck up. Trust me, like I've been there. Like even for like shows that aren't mine, like I still buy them. Like it's something that people don't look at the business aspect of. So I'm just trying to remain an affordable product for that niche market. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and we appreciate it, bro. But you could even see, like, when you order it and you see the production that goes into it, well worth it, especially the ones that you had pre-taped that kind of had like the PS2 kind of like Street Fighter feel to it. I forgot what show that was, but I was like, oh,
IWTV
shit, like
tapings.
Yeah, like it was dope because it's like it's so different. It's so different, and it's like I haven't seen this before, and that's what makes it pop to the eye, especially somebody that's never seen it before. Like every time I put people onto new promotions, it's always something that catches their eye. And if it doesn't catch their eye, they'll never speak about the promotion again. Even if I say, oh, have you checked? Yeah, I tried it. It wasn't for me. But like people that I've said, check out VXS, they'll be like, yo, there's like something about it that's just like has like the kind of UFC vibe. They do like the introduction at the beginning. And it's like, it's just different. It gives that uniqueness that I feel wrestling needs, because you don't want to be going to the same indie show where a different promotion's name. You know what I mean? You don't want it to be the same thing. Like, oh, I just spent $20 last weekend. I'm gonna go to another show this weekend, and it's gonna be basically the same shit.
Yeah, and like you said earlier, with the similarities of it, we do absolutely respect the tradition of wrestling. Like we have a thing called Code of Violence, which is basically a complete ripoff of Code of Honor. It's supposed to be like that, you know. We have like our fighters bump fists before their match or their bout, and we recognize, the one thing about it is like, hey, we are new, but we recognize like the tradition and the founding fathers of our sport. So I hope to present that in that manner with that example, at least.
Definitely, because you can tell that you have the respect there. It's not like somebody, because everybody loves saying that different wrestling kills the business, but you can tell that the respect is there. Also,
and
like,
you wouldn't see the people involved, like Homicide, like Mil Muertes, like Sabu, if there wasn't no respect there. We treat everyone right. We pay our photographers, we pay our production, we pay everyone. And in independent wrestling, that's very rare. So it's a thing that shouldn't be rare, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to normalize that, and I'm trying to set the tone for a lot of people that I feel like are just too comfortable at doing wrestling shows and don't want to think and step outside the box, you know.
Like I've said, there's been many of shows that I've gone to just because of a name. Like it wasn't even because I saw the card. I would look at the card and be like, is it worth just to go see this one guy? You know what I mean? Like it'll be like, is it even worth
the meet and
it?
greet guy?
Exactly. But
you got $50.
You never want to be that company.
Fuck, man.
Like I'm not gonna name names, but I would see companies just get like a big name and like not even have them do anything, just have them do the meet and greet, maybe introduce a match.
Sit like a little vegetable, yeah.
Yeah, that's like, Like I'll be honest. I'll put a show out there on blast right now. But I love the company. I still watch his stuff. I trained at the school. It was HOG. It was the card. I can't even remember the card, but it was Bret Hart was there. And I was like, ain't missing Bret. I think the
I know it's
one
Brett, bro. Like,
I was like, it's Bret Hart, man. Like I gotta go. And then I think the main event was which sold me on buying the ticket and like spending that because it was like looking at the car, I was like, is it worth it? Like, not no disrespect to anybody there, but like I was just like I
and they would
wasn't
make you buy a ticket, then go to that. I'm just like,
yeah.
come on.
And also like I
Like,
wasn't
damn.
yeah, it was at a time that I wasn't really following the HOG product and they're more of a storyline based company. So like I didn't really know what was going on, but it was Gangone and Red in the main event, and they had like that hard. I think it was a no ropes match or whatever that they were
Mhm.
doing all those crazy stunts, and that sold me. I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe it'll be worth it. It was a cool show, but at the time when I bought the ticket, it was just to meet Brett. It turned out to be a good show, but that's one of the examples I could think of that was like, I'm just gonna go there for Brett. You know what I mean? Or even like I think there was one time, I'm trying to think. Oh man, what was the name of that company? Five Borough. Five Borough had a
Oh
show,
man.
and Kenny was on
Oh
the
man.
Kenny was on the show. Kenny Omega
No
was on the show.
man.
And I was like,
Bro, you
we went
crazy,
we
bro.
was there chilling, bro.
We were so in touch with the fucking indie scene too, and that's how like you just knew someone was gonna break out, bro. Like Kenny
Yeah.
Omega too. Well, he made like a rare ass indie appearance in that company. Oh my
And
god,
I think
bro.
it was like when he first joined Bullet Club.
I was like,
Like it was
no
like
way.
yeah, like he wasn't even the leader
And you
yet.
see
Like he
cars
was
like that, and you're like, yeah, I can't miss that, you know. So
exactly. And then it was just stuff like that that's like maybe I'll go to his card. The card is but you never want to be that company. You never want your fans to be like, oh, I'm just coming here to see one guy and one guy only. And I feel like you
yeah,
guys do a good part on not signing anybody just because of that. I like that you guys give the respect to the older guys like Too Cold Scorpio. Like I didn't even think he was still wrestling, and then you booked him on your show. I was like,
he still got it,
okay.
bro.
And yo, I was just about to say that. Saw the match, he ripped it. I was like, this man still has it. And then the show I went to, he fought Broadway, and they put on one hell of a match.
Ooh.
Like it was dope as hell. Like I'm telling you, bro, you got something special right now, VXS. Also, props to however the hell you got that commentary team together. I don't know
So
whose idea that was.
Julius Smokes came out of nowhere, to be honest, bro. Like,
So break it down to me how this team came together.
so for our tapings for IWTV with that, you were talking about the style and shit of it. We taped that like a month in advance, like 12 matches, 16 matches, or whatever it was. And we got more that we were about to release. So that's something that I can announce here. We got more tapings on the way. I want to name it. We gotta talk because I gotta figure out a name.
Yeah,
but we'll figure
talk,
that
bro.
out.
That's a fact.
Yeah, but like I lost my train of thought now.
I was talking about putting together the commentary team.
Julius Smokes was at the tapings for the recording, and he was just chilling. I was like, "Where do you come from?" He's like, "I live like right by here," and we were filming somewhere in Pennsylvania, like South Pennsylvania, and we're at this venue and shit, and like another company was taping at the time. Capital Wrestling had a taping at the same venue before, so they were getting this stuff together, and then we did our setup, and when it hits me now, I think Emil was supposed to commentate with Nick Gage, and then Nick Gage wasn't feeling it.
Okay.
And Emil J, our play-by-play guy, he was gonna be by himself, and I saw Julius, and I was thinking about Urban Wrestling Federation.
Yo.
And
Urban,
you know how much of a fan I am of that.
The UWF baby.
I was like, let's try it. Let's see. This isn't gonna catch anything. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna give a fuck. and it ends up being like the whole vibe that I was looking for the whole time, and it was just like it was like a sign, you know, it meant to be.
Yeah.
So I'm flying both Emil and Julius to Tampa to commentate for Friday. I'm very excited and just grateful. It was out of nowhere, bro. Just out of nowhere.
Nice. Emil's the
Yeah.
man. He knows his shit, and he can talk. And
It
then
was
Julie.
originally gonna be MLJ and Struggles who commentates for ICW,
Oh, okay,
but it's
okay.
just dates never aligned and bullshit, you know.
I got you. That's kind of dope though that you got like they just click. Like you
Oh
got
man, they do. I didn't even tell them, and they do battle rap references. I didn't even put that like anywhere when I text them. If they pull up to the show, I don't give them a script. I just like go all out, have fun.
yeah.
You know, here, have this Jay. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gotta do. And we just party, man. And they kill it. They're one of the best commentary teams. I want to put them on Adult Swim, and I want the world to hear them, bro. I don't know what to expect during Mania with those matches with their voices behind it. It's like a celebrity death match
Bro.
vibe. Like it's so like I don't know, I'm very proud of it. Like for a reason though, it's just so fucking dope.
Yeah,
You know?
bro, I cannot fucking wait to hear them commentate that show. Like when I went to the show when you did it in Jersey, I
Yeah.
stood by the commentary table just for that reason. I was like, oh, there's
Oh
no
yeah,
fucking
that was
shot.
dope,
I'm
man.
moving from here. I was
It was
like,
the best.
I was like, I'm listening to them fucking lose their shit and just talk shit. This is great. Like
What
it
you thought
was,
about the Ridgefield venue? You went to Ridgefield Park, our previous event, and
yes.
what you thought about that?
I
That
thought it was
setup
a
there we had.
I think it was a dope place. I think it was a cool place.
It's right across the city, you know. So
Yeah,
a lot of New York
it's
fans I haven't seen in a while, they pulled up.
yeah, it's right over the bridge. Like it's not even that was my problem when you were booking the shows deep in
Yeah,
In
Bumblefuck,
Pennsylvania. I was like, damn.
Pennsylvania.
I was like, yo, this shit's right by Philly. Like, damn. So like I would have trouble getting out there. So when I saw you were right there, I was like, oh, there's no shot I'm missing this. I don't give a fuck what I'm doing that day. I'm making it to VXS. Like, because
Yeah.
I was just trying so bad to get to a show, but it was just so deep. So now that you were right there across the bridge, I was like, oh, this is fucking awesome.
And like New York is so fucking, it's such a pain in the ass to
Bro.
run in New York because you not only have the worst athletic commission in America, but you also have so many restrictions that you got to do. And I know obviously you don't want to pack a building during the pandemic, but before all of this, bro, like it was just like impossible still. So I don't know how things will even be if things go back to normal. I definitely want to run in New York. That's like a dream come true. And I'm probably gonna end up buying a what do you call it, a promoter's license and all those other paperwork. It's just so expensive. So
yeah,
it's not easy.
It's a lot of bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. First of all, fuck the New York Athletic Commission. Like,
yeah,
what the fuck, man? Just let them do their thing. If they're like, if it's gonna be safe, they're gonna be safe. It's not like you don't gotta worry about anything, right? Like it's not like it's death matches.
Bro, we used to throw
right?
like trap parties. Like it was way easier than wrestling.
Like even when I think what show, I forgot what show we went to. I think it was GCW, the Homicide show, when they did the tribute to a Homicide, that they stopped one of the matches. Do you remember that?
That was Nick Gage and
the main event,
Low Life Louie.
Yes, and Jimmy Lloyd had to come. Yeah, and Jimmy Lloyd had to come out shoeless and fucking made event that
I
match
forgot about that. Yeah,
just,
you're right.
On just the fly. And I've always liked Jimmy as a wrestler. Ever since that day, I respect him even more because he saw that shit was going down and he knew it in his mind that I'm not gonna let this show end this way, and I'm not gonna let the people leave on that bad note. You know what I mean? Even if it was him coming out for like 5 minutes and just doing a quick match, and they called it on the fly.
I can't imagine that. I know there's a Vice documentary coming out with Nick Gage right now, and they're gonna talk about that shit. It's something I'm very interested in finding out, like what happened that day. Like that was such a big day too. Yeah. Just like everyone from New York went and showed love for Homicide, and
Bro, it was such
Like,
a
bro, everyone was there.
it was such a dope show too. Going back to Matt, he fucking backflip. He did the
Yeah,
shooting
the
star
shooting
off
star
of the
off the
van.
hotbox van.
Yo, like that whole card was just dope as hell, and then it just fucking like that shit happened. I was like, what the fuck? Just let it happen. Like,
The athletic commission shut it down. Sued Brett for like 15 G's, I think.
what the
Uh,
fuck?
the athletic commission like
New York.
red listed GCW, I think, or some shit to run in New York. I don't know. It's like so fucking childish though. Like, just let them be, bro. Like, if there was a knuckle up fight club, I feel like it would be way easier running that in New York than a wrestling show.
Yeah, to be honest, most likely. Most likely.
Yeah.
That's insane. Like, why even go that far? Just be like, yo, like, why sue people? Just be like, yo, we're canceling the show if you got to go that far. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah.
But again, like I said, it's not like it was a death match and people were hitting each other and stabbing each other. You know what I mean? Like, it was just a regular ass hardcore match. I bet,
Mhm.
like, I no doubt they were being safe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I just don't get it with New York. It fucking get me tight, bro. It fucking get me tight.
They're the
And
worst. They're the true heels.
the true heels of indie
Yeah.
wrestling in
Mhm.
NYC. So my man, yo, so you've been doing a lot, man, and like props to you, bro, because I see you doing your thing out there, like
And you
killing it
too,
with.
man. You're killing it with the ring fanatics, and you're here with the return of the
Uh,
street sheet. You know, there's a lot of things
facts.
going on.
I
Getting
appreciate
your
it, bro.
broadcast resume, I see you.
Oh, you know, we building up this
Yeah.
resume, bro. This real, you know, that's the vibes. But what are you most looking forward to this weekend at this VXS
I'm trying
show?
to get a tan. Nah,
Yeah,
I don't know. Probably the fans, and to see. I want to see our demographic. I'm very interested in. I'm excited to see. This is like this is not running at your hometown. This is people around the world coming to see your show. So there's a lot of pressure.
it's a
I'm
big
very excited
show.
to see who comes and from where, and just like get to meet a lot of great wrestling fans, you know, and just like enjoy professional wrestling as it should be and safely. We have like a outdoor venue we're going to be doing. We're going to follow COVID protocols. Each one and our staff, talent, production, all of that is going to get a COVID test, and we're also going to have a lot of surprises. So I'm excited for that. We're gonna have you don't know who could show up Friday night at midnight. You know, you never know.
That's why it's must see, baby.
Yep.
VXS must see Lucid Dreams.
Yeah.
If you had to pick something from the whole weekend other than VXS Lucid Dreams, is there another match on any other, whether it's WrestleMania or any other indie card that you are looking forward to?
No Peace Underground is awesome. They're like heavy metal concert vibe, and it's like there's no ring. They're like, I think, one of the only no ring shows going on that whole weekend, and they got people like Sue Young fighting. There's all gonna be in I think they're doing one event in Orlando and then one event in Tampa. So they're doing two events this year.
That's
So
fire.
I'm very excited to see what No Peace Underground has to bring to the table. You can see them on IWTV, and they're good people, and they have like a lot of good guys. I found out about Kevin Blackwood from No Peace Underground, and Kevin Blackwood, even though he might not be on the card this Friday, he definitely is, in my opinion, one of the best guys we have in our roster currently at VXS, and I can't wait to see what he does at No Peace Underground.
That's awesome, man. I didn't even know they were running, to be honest. Well,
Yeah,
I
they
should
got
have
a
made
show
the guess.
on Wednesday night. They have one, and it's gonna be on IWTV. But I think they have another one Saturday night on FITE. But I'm also excited to see Bloodsport, because who doesn't want to see Moxley versus Barnett? That's just gonna be crazy.
Bro, Bloodsport, I feel always kills that shit. Always. No matter if it's Mania weekend or just, I think they ran one, I want to say I forgot what weekend it was. It was a random
The
weekend. I think
SummerSlam probably.
was it SummerSlam? Nah, I think
I
it was
think it
just.
was.
I think it was this past year, but just like on a I thought it was just a random weekend.
Oh yeah, it was a random weekend. Yeah, they starting to
Yeah,
do more
right.
events. Yeah,
Yeah, which I
yeah, yeah.
thought that was sick as hell. That was the one with David Boy Smith Jr. and
Yeah, the
Moxley.
cinematic Johns. Yeah, they're
Yeah, that.
awesome.
Yeah, they just know what they're doing, bro. Like it's insane that the collective, like the amount of promotions that are in the collective, and just you can see like going through the list, you can see that the common theme is dope ass fucking promotions. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah,
always top tier, like we talked about, like promotion, like promotional videos or advertising, and just getting people to watch it, and just production, just everything all together just makes it better to watch. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to watch a show that looks like I'm recording that shit on my phone. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's just nobody wants that shit. But bro, from fucking the days in Christ the King, chilling in the lunchroom and chilling in art class, to
That school
now,
sucked, man.
yo,
Let me stop.
yo, nah, you know what? Fuck that school,
Bro, they used to give me soggy ass pizza, bro.
bro.
I don't
I,
fuck with that.
do you remember the time they started making everybody shave?
Jesus had a beard. How you telling you
What?
students
What
idiots?
what are you talking about? What are you like? What? Yo, they sent me
Yeah.
home once. They sent me home once because I didn't have a haircut.
They sent me home. I got detention actually.
For
What kind of
what?
shit is that for
For
having a
what?
beard? I didn't even have a beard. I had like a little peach fuzz at the time.
Yeah,
I
like,
just started growing this fucking beard. You know how
let,
long this shit took? It's
yo,
like fucking.
bro, you know how long?
And
Like,
then it doesn't help that like the whole committee is ran by girls that don't shave. So that's whatever. But no, he doesn't like females. Oh, everyone's sensitive now. Whatever.
bro, that's a fact. Everybody has gotten too sensitive, but that's a
Yeah,
whole nother topic. Like, how do you stay away from that? Like, not doing controversial stuff on
bro.
EXS. Do you
Uh,
care, or do you like try not to do stuff
I
like
care.
that?
Yeah, I care because it's if there's situations that are real, like I just had to deal with. Like there's gonna be a lot of stuff you're not gonna expect, and like I expect that now. Like you gotta stay focused, and wrestling definitely helps me stay busy. And when I stay busy, that definitely helps my mind want to do more. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? So wrestling definitely helps me like stay busy and active and uh stray from the negative and focus on the positive.
I feel you, bro. It's tough, man. It's tough, especially that, like I said, everybody's getting so sensitive and everything.
If anyone wants a
Offense,
tip, just turn off notifications on your phone. That would help a lot. Like I just
bro.
listen.
You know how
My
much
phone
that
doesn't have ding
helps?
ding ding. Like I'm not with that, man. I got too many apps for that, bro. I can't do that.
Nah, I feel you. Especially that you be running all those
It's horrible.
accounts. Yeah,
I gotta do Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, tout, all that shit.
man, I can only imagine Twitter because people on Twitter, yo,
Ruthless.
ever since the social media, now that people can't get fucking smacked when they say shit, like they can just type it out.
Bro, you can't even do shit. Like,
People become bold. People become
yeah,
bold, bro.
it's whatever. I let them become bold, bro. I had my trolling days and I used to stream Call of Duty and I used to troll people. I'm done with those days. Those days are over. And you learn later in life. When you're the bigger man, you're much more in a peaceful state.
Definitely. Definitely. It's not you got no time for these childish
Exactly.
things.
Time
Like
is money. Yeah.
exactly. Like why waste your time on shit, especially that shit that doesn't even matter. Like it's
Or
like
involve you, you
yeah,
know?
yeah, even that. But
Yeah.
man, I want to thank you for coming on.
No,
I
thank you, bro.
yo, to be honest, this is not the last time because I'm gonna have you're a repeating
Let's do
guest.
let's do let's do a little podcast with what's his name? Nate?
Cool.
Your partner on
Oh, Nick.
Fanatics. Nick.
Nick, bro.
Yeah.
My son
My
Nick.
man Nick.
Nah, yeah. We're gonna
He's
get that.
awesome.
No, yeah, he's the man. He's the
Nick's been
fucking
killing
man.
the social media. He's killing it.
Oh hell yeah! I look at the Ring Fanatics Instagram and I wish the Street Sheep Instagram looked like that. One day I'm gonna get it up there, bro. I'm gonna get it up there. But man, we're gonna keep doing these updates every year, 2 years.
Always, bro.
We're gonna get the update,
bro.
bro.
I go to Tampa Wednesday, bro. If you want to call me, I'll be outside just chilling and on Zoom.
My man. So again, brother, thank you for coming on. Congratulations on everything that's going on with you. VXS, I wish it nothing but success. You know, day one support out here. Back when that shit was infinite. Showing love, bro. Showing love since day one, man. I knew this shit was gonna happen. Always said that. You got that creative mind. It's the whole reason, like the whole HOG shit. I put it like it happened, bro. It happened, man. It happened.
Man.
I still remember the day that I was like, yo, let me introduce you to my boy. Like
and then they forget about you, like right after. Right after you leave the school, they forget about you and you never existed.
Inside, I went to fucking.
But nah, no matter, bro. I'll have a show on TV and I'll never forget about you, bro. Like honestly, like fuck all that bullshit. Brother. You know what I'm saying? People, that's your now podcast, bro. Honestly, like I only fuck with you, bro. So
I appreciate that, bro. You're not gonna get mad at me if I show up to a tier 1 wrestling show?
What?
A tier 1 wrestling show? Throwback. When they ran the 2 shows that they did. Wow. Yeah. But my brother, thank you again. I appreciate you coming on. All love and support to VXS. You're gonna kill it this weekend. Check it out. It's on FITE TV, right? FITE TV.
Yeah, FITE TV.
Yo, buy the bundle. Don't just buy VXS. If you want to just buy VXS, definitely
go all ahead.
Buy the bundle. I push you to buy the bundle because you will not be disappointed. All the shows are stacked.
You got For the Culture. That's like one of the best cards showcasing African talent. You got one of the best female cards in Real Hot Girl shit made by Alley Cat.
That card is fucking sick.
The whole collective is fire. And I'm not even just saying that. Like, if it wasn't fire, I wouldn't say it's fire. It's fire. And a lot of that is because it's ran by great people and people that care and people that give a fuck. So definitely support the collective.
Definitely. Shout out to everybody at the collective, all the promotions running. My son Brett showing love. He's killing shit too. That they're taking over. Like, they really CZW who? Like, really? Like, that's what happened, bro. Like, damn. But again, thank you, man, for coming on. Good luck.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, guys, for joining me for another podcast episode of The Street Sheet. Subscribe on YouTube, anywhere this podcasts are found. Like us on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Now we get into Twitter. Say what's up. We gotta talk our shit. You know the vibes. And yeah, bro, like, comment, do whatever the fuck you want. Just support, man. And support VXS and the collective this coming weekend on FITE TV. My man.
Hell yeah. Street Sheet.
Yes, sir. Catch you guys
get it.
Next episode.